All right, guys. Good morning. It is 4:30, December 14th, Saturday. I am at the parking lot. I'm about to go to work at 5, and I've been kind of wanting to make a video, but then I just don't have the I don't know. I don't know if it's laziness or I just don't have the passion to do it anymore. I really don't care anymore, to be honest. Like I my previous channel, it was fairly large with a lot of people, a lot of content, people watching, and then that pandemic came, and from there on I noticed a big change, right? And so I just didn't have the I don't know. I just don't I didn't there was just so much division, and I felt like I was part of it because I had too much of my opinions thrown out there. And I know that a lot of people didn't like that, and some might say, "Oh, don't be sorry for it, or you do you, and that's it." But I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that I regret saying too, though. So that's probably most likely another reason why I just don't make videos. There's a lot of reasons why. I think also when I started thinking about the dreams I've had in the past, and I've shared them a lot, and I think that's why my channel grew. One of the reasons why, and now it just seems like we're living it, and there's a great chance of it happening. I personally still think it will happen. I don't know if it will be my dreams. It's kind of hard to say, because I feel like yeah, we will have war in this land. I do believe that, but I just don't know if it's really the adversary or the enemy, or whatever you want to call it, um, doing it. It could possibly be us saying that we're being attacked, but it's probably us doing it. Kind of like the 7-Eleven thing. I mean, 7-Eleven, 9/11, and that could be something that I thought about too. All of the stuff that's happening now, I feel like we can't trust anymore. We can't. After 9/11, I think, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things in the past too, but I was young, so I don't know. But I do know of some of the stuff, that, like, for instance, Richard Nixon. One of the things I didn't know, and it feels like he was under attack too. Some people might not know this, but uh, it could be possible that he was set up, and he was kind of like a victim of like Donald Trump. But I don't know. I don't know enough, but there's a lot to the story of what we are always being told, and there's other things too. JFK, we know what happened to him, but I'm speaking of my life, what I've gone through, what I've seen. I think from 9/11 is when I started noticing something's not right. So, yeah, at the time I didn't know what's up, but as information was being available to all of us, after a while we started questioning a lot of things. Even the Boston eh, um, terrorist explosion, things like that. There's a lot of questioning. Even the shooting at that school. I don't want to mention it because then this thing might be flagged, this video. So there's a lot of questions. But I haven't. I've been away because I just think a lot now, and I just ponder of what's happening, and even I feel ashamed too, because as I keep watch of what's happening in his world, I am lacking in my studies, and I don't trust me. I do still read scriptures. I still do pray, but they're not as how I would like it to be. I could do a lot more, and I just don't. I think a lot of it has to do with I'm just tired of everything, and it's been difficult for me spiritually, to be honest. Um, but I do read um, scriptures. I would probably say 4 times a week, um, and I pray every day, but not how I would like to pray. Because sometimes I feel like I pray and it's not enough. It's like I really want to have that connection with God. Um, but anyways, let's get bottom. Let's get to what I really want to share, because I gotta go to work and I'm just blabbering here, like I always do, about these so-called UAPs, known as UFOs. Now they call it UAPs to make it sound more professional or something. Um, but they're saying they're drones. And what do I think about the whole thing? I've been watching a lot of videos on TikTok. There has been sightings here where I am at. I live in Menifee, so a lot of it is happening. A lot of videos are happening in Marietta, but you could see it in Menifee, California. LA too. A lot of LA now. But mostly it's in the East Coast, right? We all know that. But now that I see Ohio, blah blah blah, everywhere. They're everywhere now. Some videos they try to pretend, or they probably think they are UAPs or drones, but they're not. They're more like planes, helicopters. Some people probably try to fake it that, oh my gosh, I saw. You can't believe everything, dude. And not only that, because of AI and all that stuff and people editing videos, you can't believe everything. But there's some videos that do qualify to question, like the one that I saw that you would think that, nah, that can't be. And the ones they're talking about now, and you probably not heard of it because it's not even on the news. I didn't see it on the news, but that there was a one that was shooting. It looked like lasers, like bullet lasers, not one complete laser. It was like long ones, right? You would think, oh, you can fake that, but the quality of the video and the shooting matches, right? So like you could create a fake video, say for example of a drone shooting, right? And the it wouldn't match the lasers or the bullets or whatever you want to call them, because of editing or AI or whatever, making it more sharper than the UFO or drones, right? The quality matched perfectly, in my opinion, and it just did. It really did, and I was actually like, oh shoot, like if that's really happening, we got a really serious problem. Then I saw some videos that they were saying they were spraying something, but you can't really tell. But then there was one that I really saw, and it was like clear as day that it was spraying something. But could it be fake? It could have been, but it really did look like it was spraying something down or something like that. But I can't verify or even I can't verify any of these, but I can't really say, oh yeah, that was something legit. The one that was shooting, I could lean more that, yeah, that looked really real. You're like, oh, but we didn't hear anything. We didn't hear nobody nothing getting exploded or anything. Hey, I don't know, but bottom line, even if it wasn't happening, if that was fake or anything, we're still seeing things in the sky, right? So it's not normal. None of this stuff is normal anymore. And some people are saying It's Project Bluebeam. It's some saying some people might be doing this, but there's no way. There's not no way some normal person doing this. This is all over the world. I mean, come on. Now they have it in China and other areas in England or something like that, and it's just like, come on, dude. This is worldwide phenomenon, however you pronounce that, and it's, could it be the new world order? Yeah, it could possibly be. Like it could possibly be that this is a whole plan set up, alien invasion to scare people. Yeah, because remember China. Remember that balloon, okay? First they said nothing to worry about. Oh, it's nothing. This and that. Try to fake the funk, and then all of a sudden they want to blame it on China, right? And then remember that thing about the Hawaii thing? There was lasers and stuff like that. So scanning. And now they're saying that these drones are nothing to worry about, but we don't know what that is. Well, how do you know there's nothing to worry about if you don't even know what it is or where they come from? So that's a stupid thing to say. And then after that, when they started saying, oh, well, let's shoot them down, don't do that because it might have some explosion. But I thought it wasn't a threat. I thought you were so sure. So it's so stupid to even say anything like that, So I think it was so dumb. I also what I really want to say, what I think it is, because I gotta go, dude. Like, come on. For me, remember how now they're saying, okay, wait, now they're saying Iran bought this mothership full of drones and from China, and that they are in the Atlantic Sea somewhere or on the East Coast or whatever, and that's how they're coming in and out, and blah blah blah. I don't know if they have the technology to do that from far away like that. Could be, but I don't know. I personally don't think it's Iran, and I'll tell you why. There's a video out there that you can look up, search up yourself, that the plan of the United States government is, they have a plan of which countries to attack, who's next to bring them down. And they named all these countries one by one. This guy was saying, right? I forget where he's from. I know he was up there, right, in the government. And he mentioned CIA, maybe. I think he was CIA. I'm not sure. But he mentioned that all these countries that the United States was going to bring down, right? And one by one, they already happened, except for one. And they said that Iran would be next. And I'm like, okay, they want, for whatever reason why, I don't know. But I'm like, okay, I kept that in my mind, back of my mind, that they wanted to bring down Iran. And then you remember how Trump they try to kill Trump for a while now, right? And there's been times of his life, and I'm like, okay, they're trying to kill him, okay, but I still, my feelings has always been that it's the deep state doing it, and when it does happen, it'll be some random person that did it and try to blame them and say that it wasn't the deep state, right? But I believe it is the deep state. If it does happen, even all the attempts would probably most likely be the deep state. But then Iran said a threat about Trump's life, right? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna get him, we're gonna assassinate him. And these drones are above his houses, his buildings, his wherever he is. These drones are above all those sites, right? And I'm thinking the golf course, and they're like, okay. Now they're saying that. So I'm thinking, oh, so when Trump does get taken out, they're gonna blame it on Iran. And so to show that, oh, we do care about Trump and we do care about you people, we do feel your pain, we're gonna go to war with Iran. That could be a possibility that has been in my mind, that could be possible. I'll tell you one thing for sure that I do not believe. I probably believe 5 or 10% that these are real UFO so-called aliens. I do not believe any of that. I just don't. I know there's people out there, even in LDS community. I know that there's people that listen to Michael B. Rush, read his books, stuff like that, talking about those kind of things, because of Enoch and all that, and all these images that he has, uh, said that they are about aliens and UFOs and how you pronounce, what am I trying to say? I forget, but I personally think he's wrong. I believe, I feel, and this is where I lose a couple of you guys because Israel Eagle, yeah, that could be still possible, a thing. I still believe that maybe Israel Eagle could be possible, but he's not going to be right about everything, guys. That's the thing about you guys, or not you, everyone, but a lot of people start believing, or people could be right about certain things, but then all of a sudden, because you feel that he's right about certain things, everything he says is going to be correct, and then you must follow the guy because he is inspired, and then he's done his research, and because he's called of God. No, guys, no one's 100% correct about anything. There's and no one's gonna be that's a problem with people, how they, when they follow other folks, is that they start believing everything they say, and then that's how they stumble. They stumble because they believe everything they say, and that's where they fall, spiritually, honestly, because I could be wrong. I could be definitely wrong about him, about his interpretation of all that stuff. But I don't. There's, dude, all the he talks about the wheels and all that, of of the in the images, and in the Bible and all that, right? And all that stuff is found in the temple, and it has a lot to do with oh geez, things that were seen in the sky in the past, and the heavens were different, and so people, some people haven't studied any of that kind of thing, and that's why a lot of people, I don't know. I just feel that people that interpret scriptures, and they're not always correct, and even there's certain people like, and if you haven't heard of Anthony E. Larson, he has studied deeply into certain things, and some of the stuff that he has shared, and I think a lot of it is true, of what he taught about the heavens in the past. And this is why the Bible and the prophets have shared these kind of imagery and things like that. But they're not aliens, dude. They're not aliens. That's my personal strong opinion. If they are, then we're in deep crap. Does it mean that I'm not going? I don't. If it happens, I'm not saying it's not possible, because anything's possible now. Demons could be coming in many kind of ways. They can come in as an angel of light. They can come in as a freaking demon, devil. Come in as an alien if they wanted to, probably. But I don't believe that they are real. So no, there's no green monsters. Yes, there's terrestrial and celestial beings, yeah, but I believe they're of God, so I don't believe in extraterrestrial alien, out of outer space or under the sea kind of thing. But then I could be wrong. Those are that is my opinion. I think this is all freaking a big show. Maybe they want you to see this way and not that way. They don't want you to focus on certain things in the world, but focus in this. I don't know. Like, that's how they do it. But yeah, just be careful what you think and see and believe, because I don't know. We can have a fake alien invasion. We can have an attack here or everywhere in the world to scare people off, scare people, and then what we're gonna do? Please save us, government. Please save us, Antichrist. Please save us from this. We are afraid. Could happen too. They can shut down the freaking power, bro. They can shut everything down, and then it'll be really scary, just like that one movie. Like they shut everything. If there's no power, there's no water, there's no food, there's no nothing. They could do all that. EMP attack. They can just fake so many things. Right now, they already have you focus on the drones, and it could be anything now. And they could just plan anything. They could just say, "Oh, we could do this," and they'll believe it. They're gonna have to believe it. So forcefully believe it. So I say right now, just prepare. Have food, have water, at least for 3 months, at least at the minimum. But I would say, and I have to do it myself, is at least a year, but it might be 7 years, guys. But anyways, I gotta go to work. But that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Those are my strong opinions. And like I said, those books that we're reading, and I don't read those books. I just don't. I've thought about reading Michael B. Rush, The Lost Tribes one. Other than that, like the Enoch and all that other stuff, I don't. I'm not gonna read some stuff for my own reasoning. Maybe I'll tell you guys why later. But I just don't. I'm very careful who I listen to, and I could only go listen and hear so much, because as you can see, Visions of Glory, one of them, I liked the book. It kind of helped me. It did help me on certain topics, but other than that, I mean, as you can see, what happened to certain people. And it's not something like I'm gonna be like, oh, well, the Visions of Glory said this, so this is how it's going to go. No. I say it was an interesting book and I liked it, but it's not. I'm not gonna take it as scripture, as freaking that's how it's going to be. No, heck no. Come on, we got the scriptures, guys. We got the prophets, and even then, with the prophets, you just never know. You just gotta go by the Spirit now. You gotta go. You gotta have the Spirit of the Lord now. You can't lean on other people anymore. You just can't. Anyways, I gotta go, y'all. Marco's gotta go to work. It's Saturday. It sucks. Peak time. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Oh, give me your comments. Tell me what you think.